Zia and welcome to Zia Tales. Today we are going to be doing something amazing and something which is actually the first which we have done. Today I'm going to be showing you an amazing. Today I'm going to be telling you all about the Russian-Ukraine war, but not just telling you about it. Today is the first episode of our Russia and Ukraine playlist, and you can every day go through it. So, the first episode is all just about why this happened. Let's dig into the roots. Is this a new war, or actually are there roots which connected this? Did Russia just newly have a war on Ukraine, or did they have tangled up relationships from the past? Did you know? Have you seen our channel banner? Well, it is linking dots from past to present. So let's do this for today's video. Be tuned in because at the end we have a very special shout out for a very special friend of the channel. Okay, let's start. Let's start as the earliest we can get, which is the 9th century. I won't tell you much about it, but there is one thing you need to know. Doesn't everyone say that Russia and Ukraine are like brothers? They have stayed together. Well, before the Soviet Union in the 9th century, Russia and Ukraine were one. They were not independent countries. Well, in the 9th century, there was a state called Kievan Rus, which capital was Kiev. It was home to the Slavic people. Russians, Belarusians, and Ukrainians, they all find homes there. Ukraine and few parts of Russia were there. So now you understand why people say that Russia and Ukraine are related? Great. Let's go a bit ahead. Now let's come into the 90s, when the Soviet Union was there. What's the Soviet Union name as? Well, the Soviet Union was a republic of 15 countries. The Soviet Union's most powerful country was Russia, and the second most powerful country was Ukraine. Now let's fast forward to 1991, when this decade was almost about to be over. 1991, Soviet Union breaks up. Many countries declare their independence, like Ukraine and Russia, in 1991. After that, the Ukraine stays independent for a few years, but in 2013, there was the president Victor. He was pro-Russian, which means he supported Russia, and he said that they were going to join EU and NATO, which Ukraine has been trying to do for a long time. So when he was supposed to sign the deal of joining EU, he declined it and instead took a loan of $15 billion from Russia. Now, people got so angry, they came down to the streets and started protests. And this is popularly known as the Euromaidan. Now, this all happened. Victor ran away to Russia, and by this, Russia got very angry because they thought that if they got a pro-democratic government, and Russia got angry because Russia thought that if this is a democratic, they will tell NATO, they will become part of NATO and EU, and he strictly said that I don't want any NATO or EU, any western things to affect my neighboring countries. So Russia got very angry when this pro-democratic government came in, and he took revenge by annexing Crimea. What did he do? He supported the rebels in the Donbas region, and he annexed Crimea. Crimea is near to the Black Sea. He annexed it by taking revenge. Fast forward to the present. In 2019, before that, let me tell you something. Did you know that the Ukrainian government also got very upset by this because they had said that they will respect Ukraine's sovereign but they had not done so. They just took away Crimea. So Russia and Ukraine then started the furious. Then something lit apart. You know that when we light up a candle, the flames slowly come in. That's the thing that lit the flame between these two countries. Then fast forward to the present. In 2019, Zelensky was made the president of Ukraine, and he was a pro-democrat. And he told everyone, every speech, every interview, that Russia will join EU and NATO. He kept saying it. Oh my God, I'm very sorry. I made a big mistake. I'm sorry. He kept saying that Ukraine will join EU. He kept threatening that Ukraine will join EU. Ukraine will join NATO. And this got Russia again very furious. Now the flame lit, and then Russia on 24th February 2022, mm, the of the president of Russia made an openly statement that Putin made an openly statement that if any Western country tries to influence any of my neighboring countries, this is to show them what I'm going to do to Ukraine. That same thing. I This is just a reminder for everyone that if you try and threaten me, this is what will happen to you. And on 24th and, and 24th February, the bombing started. Many many citizens got hurt. Many died. But that's for another video. Now let me give a summary again. Why it happened? That was dug in history and we figured it out. It was because Ukraine's President Zelensky was threatening to join EU and NATO. But Putin, Russia's president, was furious and he didn't want any westernized influence to come over his his neighboring countries. That is the main reason. Now whose fault is it? Why it happened we have discovered. When it happened, many other things, that's for another video. Thank God. I'll see you again. Bye.